He didn't say the entire assembly. Kin kashoya kitot harbe. What does kitot harbe mean? Ulpan 101, Ulpan 103, Talmud study 106, Zuachazu. All the other parshas besides this one, of course he taught to all of Israel, but it's separate kitot.
Right, everybody's on level.
Avo parshazu, what Rashi means, but this parsha, Kiddushim Nemro Bahakel. For some reason, there wasn't Ulpan 103 and Talmud 106. It says Bahakel. Kol adas b'nei Yisrael Yachad Noshim V'Taf Kulam Shalom V'Yachad. Kiddushim was different. Here, it wasn't separate kitot. It was said to the entire Jewish people, every man, woman, and child, Yachad, 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 Yachad. Why? Ma nishtana. So Sprecher says this is the same idea. If you want to attain Kiddusha, it's when you attach to Ala Yidden. When you're close to every Jew. That's the way to attain Kiddusha. Not by shutting yourself off and associating only with the VIPs. But when you show kindness to every Jew, Yachad, that's the way to attain Kiddusha. And therefore this Parsha was said, Bahakel. Unlike the other Parshas, which was said, Kitot, Kitot, Harbeh. So if you want to get holy in Judaism, you have to be a kesher, you have to love every single Jew and not discriminate. Well, he's the wrong type. He's not my standards. You're supposed to love every single Jew, and that's the way to attain Kiddushim to you.
You have to love everybody.
Every Jew, you have to love every Jew, not Abu Mamzer. Every Jew you have to love.
You don't have to love everybody.
No, every Jew you have to love, right? Every Jew. Every Jew at 22. So,
Thank you.
okay?
Thank you.
So this is the idea of Parshas Mishpatim. We're back to Mishpatim now, right? Page 246. So who said once is not enough? Look at 246, Pasuk Gimel. Vayovay Moshe Yisapel Oam is called Divrei Adonai. There's Kol HaMishpatim. V'yan Kol Oam Kol Echad Vayoymu Kol HaDvar Mashadiber Adonai Naseh. So here they said Naseh. They didn't say Nishma.
Right.
Here they said Naseh. That's Gimel, right? I mean Gimel.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it necessary on Pasuk Zayin to repeat Naseh and Nishma? Ain't once enough? And why in Gimel it only says Naseh? And why in Zayin it says Naseh and Nishma? You get the question?
Yeah.
So the Maral has a beautiful explanation. We have this dual relationship with God as a ben and as an eved, as a beloved child and also as an eved. We have this dual relationship with the Kodesh Baruch Hu. An eved, why does he do what the master tells him? Naseh. He does it because he's afraid. If he doesn't do it, he'll get a chamal, he'll get a smack. He's not interested in the why and the explanation. He just wants to get the job done.
Yeah.
That's an eved. The eved is naseh. A ben is not just naseh gam nishma. A child wants to do what the parent says, but because he does it out of love, nishma. What does nishma mean? I want to understand, Abba, why are you telling me to do this? You hear what he's saying? Nasa v'nishma. The Eved does Nasa. He doesn't care about the Nishma. He doesn't care about explanations. Just wants to do it. Doesn't want to get punished. A child does, or he should do, but he also wants an explanation, the Nishma. So this is the dual relationship we have with God. Nasa represents the Eved Lamelech, and the Nishma, that's a higher level, that's the ben to the Abba. That we not only do it out of fear, but we want to do it out of love. Explain to us, what's the meaning of your command? Because I love you, I want to do it because I understand it. And we have this dual relationship. And he says that this is played out every week and Shabbos. On Shabbos, we are like what? Eved Lamelech. On Shabbos, during the week, person's busy. He's busy running around, making a living. So he does the mitzvahs nasa. I'll do it. As an Eved does to a Melech. On Shabbos, it's nasa v'nishma. On Shabbos, we're like a child sitting at the Abba's table. Now I have time to what? To understand why you said what you said. So Shabbos is during the week, he says it's a relationship of Eved Lamelech. That's the Naseh. And on Shabbos, it's a much higher level. It's the Ben La'abba. And that's also the Nishma. Now it's Shabbos Kodesh. I have time. I don't have to make a living. The dumb phone is shut off. The stupid texting. Now I have time to sit at my father's table and the Nishma and understand the beauty of the mitzvot. What's behind it? So he says, during the week we serve God Miyira. That's Eved Lamelech. On Shabbos, we serve God Miyahava, the Nishma. That's the Ben Eitzel Abba. Isn't that a beautiful explanation?
Yeah.
Why you have it repeated. That's the morale, beautiful explanation. Okay? Very interesting. There's so many mitzvahs in this week's parasha. So many damages, and you have to pay back if you harm somebody.
Pay back.
What? Pay back. And if your animal injures somebody, you're responsible. Adam mu'ed la'olam, a person is responsible not just for his own damages, but for his children's damages and also his animal's damages. Right? If your child or your animal damages somebody, you are what? You are responsible to pay. You're responsible to pay.
You curse him out, you got to say sorry.
What sorry? If you cause him monetary damage, sorry is not enough. You got to write him a check.
Write him a check.
A check for the monetary damage that you or your child or your animal caused him.
No,
You have to write him a check if you caused him monetary damage.
Not monetary. If you speak disrespectfully to somebody,
So that's, you just apologize verbally. But if you cause him physical damage, you burn down his field, or your animal eats up the guy's field. Well, it's not me, it's Elsie the cow. I didn't do it. But Elsie the cow belongs to you, so you're responsible. Or if your child did it, burn down someone's field, you have to pay.
But you pay after one has done that, not you don't wait for Yom Kippur.
Oh, you pay, you make the damage, you pay as soon as you're able to pay.
Immediately you pay.
As soon as you're able to pay, you have to. Right. Here the Torah writes that no such thing as accidents. People can die, loyalenu, through an accident, but never by accident. There's a big difference. People die through an accident, but never by, as it says here. Look at page 234. 234, Pasuk Yud Gimel. You kill somebody by accident.
234.
Pasuk Yud Gimel. Asher lo tzada. You didn't plan to kill somebody. It was an accident. God caused it to happen to your hand. Then you run to Ori Mikla. So the Torah is writing, there are no accidents. If one guy kills another guy, you know the guy from Adam. He didn't mean to. You lost control of the car, you're chopping wood and the axe handle falls off. You know the guy from Adam. It's not it looks like an accident, but it's all part of the plan. You didn't plan it. God made it come to your hand. What's the place called?
Hier de Miklat.
Uri Miklat. But in the Midbar, where was the Uri Miklat in the Midbar? So Rashi says, Samti l'chol makoim.
De altar.
No, look at Rashi 235. Samti l'chol makoim. Samti l'chol makoim. So in Israel there were 48 cities of Uri Miklat. You know that. But where in the Midbar Sinai, where was the Uri Miklat? So what does Rashi say? The Samti l'chol makoim.
You said there were 48, there were like 6.
There was 6 plus 42. Remember the Gemara Makis says? Now if you look in the text carefully, in Israel there were 42 plus 6. So why not just say 48? So the Gemara Makis discusses there are 6 primary Ori Miklats and 42 secondary. What's the difference? The 6 primary Ori Miklat, the killer can live there rent-free. Room and board is for the Levites. Those cities belong to Levites. So if the killer kills somebody, the shogeg, and he runs to the 6th primary Ori Miklat, room and board are free for him, provided by the Levites. If he runs to the 42 secondary Ori Miklat, there he has to pay his room and board. That's one major difference between the 6 and the 42. All 48 give him miklat, give me shelter, but the 6 he has to pay his own way, room and board and rent, and the other, the opposite, mixed up. The 6, the Levites pay.
Can he
The
decide
42 secondary, well, he runs to the one closest, because who's chasing him? The Goyal Adam. So,
Can he decide where to run? Which
well,
way?
nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. What?
Send a man. Hey, send a man.
And because the Goyal Adam is looking to get even with him.
Yeah.
But the Chumash says it's 6 must be made, no? Your Miklat.
The Chumash says 6. But the Gemara in Makis, the oral Torah says, Rabbi Eliyahu,
Another 48.
that all 48, the Torah says that the Levites got 48 cities.
And all 48, they were either Miklat.
Miklat. So that's the Gemara, the oral Torah. The all 48 were Ori Miklat. All the Levite cities were Ori Miklat. But the 6 primary, the Torah says, the killer lives rent free and room and board free.
Can he decide where he wants to run to? Which one?
It's a good question.
Yeah,
You can.
Then which one's the
But the guy's gunning for him. Let him go to the closest one. He doesn't want to be, because if the Goyal Adam gets him first,
Yeah, so he goes to
he's
the
dead
closest
meat,
one.
right? So where was the Ori Miklat in the Midbar? So Rashi, Santil Chamakoin, see what Rashi says? Afba Midbar. Yonu Shama. Where is he fleeing? If he killed somebody in the Sinai desert, where would he flee?
Deze become Kolto.
Which would give him shelter?
De Machane Levia.
Remember, in the Midbar Sinai, there was Machne Leviah that camped around the Mishkan. So any place in the Levite camp would act as an Ori Miklat. If somebody killed somebody b'shoigig in the Midbar during the 40-year stay there, he would run to Machne Leviah, and that would give him shelter from the Goyal Adam. The Levites camped around the Mishkan, right? Look at Pasuk Yud Bet. Make ish v'met mod yumat. Page 234, Pasuk Yud Bet. There's an asterisk there. Make ish v'met mod yumat. You kill a human being on purpose, mod yumat, then it's capital punishment, right? So Rashi asks on this. See Rashi, Make ish v'met. Kama ksuvim nemu Parshas Mishpatim. There are many psukim that speak about premeditated murder. And Rashi is so modest. He says, Mashe biyodi lafaresh, lama boyo kul mafaresh. There seems to be so many psukim dealing with premeditated murder. I mean, I get the picture. So Rashi says, what I'm able to what? To explain why you need them all, I will what? Explain. You know how he starts off? Mashe biyodi lafaresh. What is in my hands to explain, I will explain. Maka ish v'met. Lama nemar. Why is this pasuk necessary? You told me already before. Already in the Ten Commandments. Maka ish v'met. Lama nemar. Lefi shenema, because it says later in Vayikra, the ish ki yaket kol nefesh adam moshumas. It says later on, anyone who kills a human being will put to death. Shemei ani hakol b'loy misa. So I might think if you just strike somebody, you don't kill him, maybe you also put to death. If you strike somebody and you wound him, you're not chayiv misa unless the blow leads to what? Death. And if it would only say makeish, like it says here, and a man that smites, it says makeish, ishkiyake seems to be redundant. I would think, maybe only chayiv when you kill an adult man. He caught the isha. It's a kota minayin. If you kill a woman or a child, how do I know you're chayiv misa? It only says ish, which means a grown man. How do you know you're chayiv misa if you kill a woman or a child? You kill any human being. Afila katan, afila isha. Rashi explaining why the Torah has to keep saying it in different ways. Afila katan, afila isha. But od, elanema makeish. You would only say makeish shamani afila katan hikshikav haragechayim. Would only say makeish to kill a human being. I might think anybody who kills a human being, even if a child under 13 kills a human being, maybe the child is put to death.
No, it's not.
That's what I might think. Says if you kill a human being, anybody kills a human being, even a katan. Maybe he's also chayiv misa. Talmud loymar ish ki yakeh v'loy katan. Therefore, I have to say it has to be an adult person that kills, excluding a katan. If a katan kills, he's potter. V'oy ki yakeh kol nefesh adam. So you kill a human being. I feel in the follow mashma. Let's say if you kill a nafel. What does a nafel mean? A child that's born prematurely, and you know he won't live 30 days. You're not allowed to kill him. But how do you know if you kill a child like that, how do you know you're not chayiv misa? You hear what he's saying? Talmud loyma make ish eino chayav ad sheyake ben kayama. You kill even a baby that's going to die, that's not viable, born too early. Of course, it's a terrible sin, but you're not chayiv misa ad sheyake ben kayama. What does that mean? A viable child. A royal lios ish. Otherwise, you're not chayiv misa. So therefore, the Torah has to write so many different ways to be very specific. Chayiv misa, right? The Torah writes about kidnapping. If you kidnap a fellow Jew, page 235, Pasuk Tezayin, V'gonef isha mecharoi v'nimtza b'yodai mois yumas. If you kidnap a fellow Jew and you sell him into slavery, that's a capital punishment. Well, that's what the brothers did to Joseph. Right?
But his law wasn't given then yet.
Okay. But it's one of 7 Noachide laws.
Yeah, good point, yeah.
One of 7 Noachide laws. Kidnapping, stealing, one of 7 Noachide laws. So the brothers, how do they get around that? Always bothered me that question. They kidnapped him and they sold him into slavery. Okay. Look at Rashi. The Goned Ish. Umacharoi, Rashi, the bottom of 235, right column. You kidnap a human being, you sell him. Lama nema, fish and emar, ki yemotze ish gonef nefesh ma'echav. It's repeated in a little bit different way. In the Devarim it says, if someone is found kidnapping a Jew from his brothers, Eli ele isha gonav nefesh. This is only if a man kidnaps. Isha, or timtum dragers kaminai. How do you know that if a woman kidnaps, or a tumtum? What's a tumtum?
You're not sure what it
LGBT. I think it's called the ligbit, or I think it's called a transgender. How do you know if they kidnap? How do you know that they're also chayiv? Any being that kidnaps. How do you know if you kidnap a woman, you're also chayiv misha? So therefore, it has to be repeated in different ways. What's missing here is said in another place. So any person that kidnaps, whether he's a man or woman or a transgender, kidnaps another Jew, also whether a man, woman, or transgender, and he sells him to slavery, that kidnapper is chayiv what? Misa. It's a capital punishment. Nimtza b'yadoi, and he's found in his hand, top Rashi, Yeroi Eidim. Of course, there has to be witnesses. In Jewish law, you can't execute nobody unless witnesses say that this guy kidnapped this guy and he sold him. V'nimtza kvar b'yadoi koydem mechira. Witnesses come and testify that he kidnapped him and he sold him into slavery. Mos yumas bechenek. It says mos yuma, that in Jewish law, Alfie, there are 4 modes of execution: skila, sreifa, hereg, bechenek. If it says mos yumas anonymously, what does it mean? Bechenek. Since it doesn't say what type of death, the Talmud learns mos yumas stam means bechenek. Rashi says kol misa mura b'torah stam. What does stam mean? Anonymous. Doesn't say which of the 4. Chenek. Hifzig inyan kosen going to vish bein mako oviv imoy mekal oviv imoy. So gonev ish is chenek. The kal oviv imoy, cursing a parent, it says mos yumas. And there Rashi says, Rashi Yud Zayin, cursing a parent even after death. Kal oviv imoy loma nemar. See Rashi Yud Zayin. Fishay me ish ashu kal es oviv en li el ish shekila es oviv. Isha shekila. How do you know if a lady, a daughter, curses her parent? She's also chayiv. Tamalay me kal oviv imoy. Anyone who curses a parent is chayiv misa. Beinish beinisha, but it's a man or a woman cursing a parent. Imke loma nemar isha shekala lo sakota. If the child was under 13 or 12, he's not chayiv misa. Most yumas. Here Rashi says the skila.
What's that, death?
What?
What you said?
Chayiv mita, death penalty, right?
Okay.
The kid curse a parent, the chayiv mita, with witnesses and a warning. What type of mita? The skila.
Even before or after death?
Even after death. That's the chidush. If you curse a parent even after death, you chayiv skila.
Chai skila. What's chai skila?
You must be stoned to death.
Sorry?
Stoning.
Stoning. Binyanab. It says in
Chai skila.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so mazel tov.
Thank you.
So any questions, Alfie, or what?
No, I don't think so. Let me see what I'm
No questions. Why not? Ain't got no questions.
Well, I always write my questions down.
Okay, let's see if you wrote them down this
See
time.
what I mean.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What are your questions
We
now?
answered the last questions I had, which was life after death, whether the neshama comes up immediately after death. I have quoted a few.
What do you mean neshama comes up? What do you mean?
When the neshama keeps on living after death.
Right.
And you said that I mentioned in a few, quoted a few places where it said that once the person dies, he's dead.
That's what people think.
But you told me that it's only referring to the body.
The body.
Not to the mind.
Not to the mind.
neshama.
The neshama, the mind lives on beyond that. The body dies.
The body dies.
The brain. but the mind is not the brain,
That's okay.
right? The mind is the soul that lives on beyond death.
And lives on beyond and
Right.
joins the Hashem, right? He's
Right,
part of
in
Hashem.
Olam Haba, and his deceased relatives in the afterlife.
And sees his relatives in the afterlife.
Right? Nachon?
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the last question.
Because if you see, look how death is described in the Torah.
That's a very important
Right.
question.
How
to ask. That's the one that bothers me most.
yeah. Look how God describes death to Abraham. Take a look what he says to him.
Okay, all right.
Look how he says to
Where are
him.
we?
Page 40, Pasuk Tezvav. Page 40, Pasuk Tezvav.
Tetvav, Yutet. Is it after Yutet or before? Tetvav. Oh. V'ata,
God is speaking to Abraham.
v'ata tavo el avotecha v'shalom tekaver v'shaver
B'seva.
v'shaver
B'seva.
v'sheva tova.
B'seva Tova.
In other words,
What does that mean? You know Hebrew, don't
you
you?
come to your parents, you will join your
In peace.
b'shalom.
You will be buried in a good old age. Was he buried in the same cemetery with his parents? No. Parents were buried somewhere where?
Somewhere.
Mesopotamia. And he's buried in Hebron, in the cave of Machpelos. What does the Torah mean? You will come to your parents in peace, buried in a good old age. He wasn't buried in the same cemetery with his parents. So what does it mean? Hello?
Right, so you will come to your parents in peace, right?
Yeah, what does it mean?
It means that obviously your neshama joins your...
Joins there, right? Because you're not buried in the same cemetery with them. Stay. So you see that?
But his parents were buried where?
Where? In Ur Kasdim, no?
Ur Kasdim.
Somewhere in Babylon,
In
no?
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. Doesn't
Right.
it come from Ur Kasdim?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Abraham comes from
Parents were buried in
where his
in
parents were
Babylon.
buried where? Terach died in Haran.
Yeah,
Where's Haran?
Babylon.
On the
In
rivers
Babylon.
of Babylon.
Yeah,
So his parents died in Haran.
right.
And he died in Hebron.
And God says that to Moses, right?
No,
So
not
obviously
Moses.
it
This
means-
is not Moses. This is Abraham.
Oh, Abraham.
What are you mixing me up?
Sorry,
This is Abraham.
Abraham. God says to Abraham. Right, so that explains it. So in other words, that is that his spirit, his soul will join
Right.
his parents.
In the afterlife. Right.
He will join his
Right.
parents in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Okay, that explains it very well.
Okay.
Why Gamliel believes the woman is because there is a big war.
So this is in what book, Rabbi? Bereshit. What chapter? What
It's
in?
all there.
In
All
was
there.
it? In
In
was
front of
it?
you. It's in front of you. Just look at the top of the page. It's all there.
Yeah, but what?
It's all there.
Bereshit. What's Tedvav? What's in
Tezvav is 15.
15? Chapter 15.
You don't know that? You don't know Tezvav
I mean,
is
verse
15?
15, chapter.
The chapter is written on top. And the verse is next to the verse.
No, but
Very
I'm not that
simple.
good at that.
You are. You are. It's all there.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. It's all there.
Bereshit Tetvet. What's the?
Tezvav is 15, right?
Tedvav is 15. And the verse is also 15.
So, pretty good, huh?
So it's 15:15.
Looks like it, right?
Very good, very good.
Looks like it's 15:15.
Chapter 15.
Pretty amazing, huh?
Okay. Thank you.
Pretty interesting, right?
Yeah, very interesting. Shit.
Yeah. Look what Yaakov says when he dies. on page 157, Pasuk Chof Tet. 156, Pasuk Chof Chet. 156, Chof Chet. You see that?
I'm looking for it. Kaf Chet, Kol Ele,
Shiftei Yisrael.
Shifte Israel, Shneim,
Name also. How many
Asa,
tribes were there?
12.
Result Aviem. This is what the father spoke to them.
Asher Diber Lehem, Avihem.
Who's their father?
Jacob.
Right. Vayivarach otam.
והם ויברך אותם איש אשר כביר כתוב ברך אותם.
He blessed them before he died, right?
Yes,
Look at
that's
Pasuk Chof Tet, what he says to them. Chof Tet.
ויצב אותם ויאמר אליהם אני נאסף אל עמי.
Comma. What does that mean? He commanded them and he said to them,
I'm going to join my...
I'm going to be gathered to my people. What does that mean?
Right. He's going to die and join his spirit.
Oh, you see that? I need Nesef Elami. Kivri, you see, bury me, El Avotai, El Havarash, Hebron Achiti.
Yeah.
So it says Nesef Elami. So he says here, right?
Yeah.
I will be gathered to my people.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Pasuk Lamed Gimel when he finally dies. Lamed Gimel.
בית גמול, ויכל יעקב לצוות את בניו.
Comma, what does that mean?
What?
Yaakov made an end of commanding his children.
מצוא את בניו בסוף רגליו אל המיטה.
Comma, he gathered his feet he was sitting up in the bed.
Oh.
And now when he finished commanding them and blessing them, he gathered his feet into the bed. He gathered his feet into the bed. What does Vayigva mean? He expired. I think it's called giving up the ghost.
Yeah, giving up the ghost. Yasef et Amah.
El Amah. And
he went to his...
he was gathered to his people. What does that mean?
Joined his ma and pa.
In the afterlife, you see that? You have many places in the Torah. Uncle says, Iskinish, gathered.
That was Jacob, right?
This is Jacob.
Right, okay.
Yosef Elamah, you see that? Pretty amazing. He was gathered to his people.
Yeah.
And he goes on and on, Alfie. On and on. Take a look.
Then it's made pretty clear.
You're not finished yet. 1 minute. You're not finished. You're not finished yet. 1 minute. Page 482.
482.
482.
Okay, 482 what?
Pasuk Chav Dalet. God is speaking to Moses.
Okay, Chav
Dalet. 482 Chav Dalet. God is speaking to Moses.
Yosef Aaron Elamav Ki.
Comma. What does that mean?
What? Where you see comma? No.
I say comma. I don't see comma.
Yosef Aaron Elamav.
Comma. What does that mean?
Oh. And Joseph was...
Not Joseph. It says Aaron. Where do you see Joseph?
Yosef.
Yosef, Aaron shall be gathered to his people. Hello?
Oh, Yosef.
Yosef, Aaron, Lamov. Aaron shall be added or gathered to his people.
Yeah.
Yosef means to add or to gather.
Yosef. Yeah, no.
Aaron will be added or gathered to his people. He will not come to Pisgah Zeb. Asher Sati B'nai Yisrael. Asher Meritim et Pi El Meir, because you rebelled against me by the waters of strife. So here again, the Torah calls death Yosef Aaron. Aaron will be gathered. You see that? Gathered?
Yeah. Joseph rebelled against him? Aaron. Oh, Aaron was...
Moshe and Aaron rebelled against God by the rock. I am a rock.
Oh,
So therefore Aaron has to be gathered to his people. He's not going to come to Israel.
I see.
Yosef Aaron. Aaron will be gathered.
So Aaron also struck the rock. He was also...
Oh, he also was involved. So therefore... So again, Yosef Aaron is called.
Yosef Aaron Elamah.
Yosef, Aaron shall be gathered to his people.
Okay.
Pashtei, you got it?
Joseph as well, eh? I mean,
Not Joseph. Doesn't say Joseph. It
I
says
mean,
Aaron was
Aaron.
gathered to his people, right?
okay.
And it says it about Ishmael also. You know that? You know or you don't know?
Also, no,
You didn't know? Oh.
Also, okay. Who are we going to now?
Now we're going to
What's his name?
Ishmael.
Ishmael.
Yeah.
Also
We're
Ishmael.
going to Ishmael. Let's go there. Page 72, Pasuk Yud Zayin. Page 72, Pasuk Yud Zayin. Page 72. Oh, by Abraham. Oh, page 72, Chet. Page 72, Chet. Page 72, Chet on top. '72 Chet. Or begin with Zion. No, Alfie, read it.
Okay.
Zion.
ואלה ימי שני חיי אברהם אשר חי מעט שנה, מעט שנה,
Shivim Shana. And these were the days of the life of Abraham, that he lived 100 years, 70 years, and 5 years. How many years can you go in the
175.
Right. Go ahead. Chet. He expired. Vayamat. Abraham died.
Abraham v'sheva.
B'seva Tova, in the good old age.
Zaken v'sheva.
Zaken v'saveya, old and satisfied.
He was supposed to live 180.
Right.
How could it be?
By Yosef Alamo.
175? He said 5 years away.
Okay.
Good.
That's still a long life. He was gathered to his people. So Abraham died, he was also gathered to his people. You see that or you don't?
Yeah, I do.
By Yosef Alamo, but you ain't finished yet. You're not finished. Look at Pasuk Yud Zayin on the same page. I'll wait. Yishmael, go ahead. Be'at Shana v'sheva shanim. Vayigva, he gave up the ghost. So Alfie, again, by Ishmael, it also says when he died, he was gathered to his people. His people. See that? Over and over again. See Yud Zayin. I read it, Yud Zayin. How old was Yishmael when he died?
ישמעאל ואלה שמותיו בחצריהם ולכולם שניים עשה.
No, you're mixing up. How old was Yishmael when he died? Also Yud Zayin.
Doesn't it say שניים עשה?
No. How old was he when he died? Pasuk Yud Zayin, it says.
137.
Right, beautiful. Ve'ele shnei chai Yishmael. Ma'at shana u'shloshim shana v'sheva shana. How much is that, Alfie? You can add it up. 137 years. And then it says, Vayigva, Vayamos, Vayosef el Amov. Over and over again. Death is described in the Torah as the neshama joins his ancestors in the afterlife. It keeps saying that over and over again.
Yeah.
In case you don't get the picture.
All right.